Well, hello, hello. Welcome to Real Talk, where only the newest and most noteworthy headlines in film make the final cut. I'm Joe Acierno. Just a little background information about myself. I'm a recent graduate from St. John's University, graduated in May of 2019. As you may have been able to guess, I was a film major. And the reason why I'm doing this show is because anyone who's had more than a 10-second conversation with me knows just how much I love movies. Whether it's just a night out with friends or an escape from the daily pressures of life. Going to the movies has always been something that I've looked forward to throughout the majority of my work week, no matter what I'm seeing. And I figure that since my main ambition in life is to become a filmmaker, hopefully a good one, I figure that if I'm taking time to look at films more analytically, more deeper than I usually would. Anyone who follows my social media pages knows that I like to do a lot of movie reviews. I'll put my thoughts on a movie that I've recently seen. I'll do like a little rubric, like you're getting graded on a high school science project. And then I'll do like a little blurb for like the consensus on what exactly I thought of the film. And I figured instead of doing those little blurbs, it might be a good idea for me to just expand my thinking a little bit. Just go a bit further with all the analysis. And the reason why I would like to do that is because I figured if I learn from the people who actually have the money to do the projects that they want to do, maybe I'll pick up on a trick or two. If there's something that I like in a film, I'll think to myself like, maybe that's a good trick to use. And I hope that like that sort of, professionalism, that sort of creativity will maybe rub off on me. Whereas if I see something in a film that I don't like, I can turn around and be like, oh, that sucks. I'll do literally the opposite of that. So I figured as much exposure as possible will hopefully turn me into a better filmmaker. And then, of course, as with everything else in life, you're only going to become a better filmmaker if you actually make films. I've made a couple films myself, The Time Bomb and Night to Remember. Both of them are on YouTube. The latter was my senior thesis film. And while I'm going to be honest with you, were they masterpieces? Absolutely not. But are they still projects that I'm proud of? Yes. Because they were my first forays into this crazy industry that we call the motion picture arts. And I learned how to become a better storyteller. I learned what it was like to be on a production technically, no matter how small it was, no matter how small, cheap, insignificant, whatever the word you want to use is. And I figured that those experiences were always learning experiences. And I think no matter how good you are at doing something, you can never stop learning. You can never stop becoming better at what it is you're trying to do. So I figured if I have a show that allows me to think a bit deeper, to think more creatively, it'll help me the next time I step onto a movie set. It'll help me the next time I step onto a project, decide to have some kind of big undertaking. So I figured that why not just have a show? And also I figured if I do something like this, then that'll siphon out some of the obsessive film talking that I constantly plague my friends with. So that's I'm expecting a you're welcome or a thank you from my friends as well. Just kidding. Bad joke. So you know what? Before I ramble on and talk myself into a corner even more, let's get on with it.